Europe, where the EU finds itself stuck between a rock and a hard place, the old veritable rock and hard place. The old continent has been the U.S.'s right-hand man, really, for almost a century now, but the rise of China may have shaken that bond recently. And with China and the U.S. now officially mired in a new Cold War, as we just alluded to moments ago, the EU's top diplomat has said that the time has come to choose sides. That Europe has to decide whether it's going to stick with this special relationship, this bond with the United States, or change course, maybe radically, and start going with China, who's about to become the new world superpower. All right, we've got 2 minutes for this discussion, but I want to hear what George Galloway has to say. He joins us now. George, what saith you?
Well, it was an important statement, and it's important in two ways. First of all, it does mark, as you've alluded, a move away from the United States, just 76 years after the great sacrifice of D-Day and the landings in Normandy. Now, China and the United States are being viewed as someone that you have to make a judgment between. There's no automaticity anymore in Europe's support for the United States. It also is important because it explicitly states that the new Asian century has begun. You'll remember some of the fellows on the Potomac were determined that this would be a new American century. Well, for the EU, the new Asian century has begun. And the European Union is going to have to find a way of maintaining decent relations with both sides. And that isn't going to be easy because Washington isn't going to like the small print of what the European Union diplomats have said today.
Yeah, it sounds like they're making them choose now. Now more than ever, it looks like the United States is pushing other countries. It's either us or them, and you can't choose both. We're just going to have to see the way this plays out. I was hoping we could have a little longer conversation, George, but we've had a really busy newscast, so I lock forward to talking to you again, my friend.
Of course.
Always enjoy my conversations with George. All right, so once again.
All right, Shalom. I want to start out by giving all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach and where I learn this truth. Peace and salutations to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai's elect. All right, so as you just seen in that clip, all right, it's talking about the EU is getting ready to break away from the United States, all right, and they're going to join with China. All right, just going to show, you know what I'm saying, that these scriptures are jumping off the pages. We in these last days, all right, because the scripture said, you know what I'm saying, that America was going to be left by itself, all right? They was only going to have Israel to be with them. It says the least of the flock should draw them out, all right? So let me read Revelation 17. It says, and there came one of the seven angels which had the seven vials and talked with me, saying unto me, come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. All right, and when you jump down to verse 15, it says, and he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. All right, so when you go back up to verse 1, when it said, come hither, and I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters, that's talking about America, all right? And the waters is these other nations, all right, which have been made drunk with the filthiness of America's fornication, as it's going to say in verse 2. It says, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. All right, and that's because all these other nations follow behind America, all right, which is, you know what I'm saying, led by the nation of Edom, all right, the so-called white man, all right, which he is not white, he is red, all right, he is Esau Edom. He is the wicked that the Bible speaks of, all right. Job 9:24 says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where then who is he? All right. And that's why you have a so-called white Jesus, all right, being who the world thinks is the Messiah, all right, because Esau Edom, you know what I'm saying, as it says in 1 Maccabees 3:48, all right, the heathen sought to paint the images of the Most High and all the judges likened to themselves, all right, openly paraphrasing, all right. The Most High and Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus, all right? This is verse 3 now, Revelation 17:3. It says, so he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sitting upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of the names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. All right. It said, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet colored and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. All right, so that's talking about America. Salaki, if y'all hear that, I'm outside and the neighbor in his loud ass truck. All right. But yeah, it says, upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. All right, and that's what America is. All right, this is Mystery Babylon. All right, spiritual Sodom in Egypt. All right, Sodom for the homosexuality in Egypt, for the hard bondage in which the so-called Negroes, the Spanish Native Americans, the true Israelites were forced to serve. All right, so let's go on down now, because you know what I'm saying. It says these nations we're gonna turn on America. All right. Let me go down to verse 9. It says, and here is the mind which hath wisdom. Oh, well, no, let me go back up because it says the 7 heads and 10 horns. Salakia. All right, this is verse 6, Revelation 17:6. It says, and I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahushua. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. And the angel said unto me, wherefore didst thou marvel? I will tell thee the mystery of the woman and of the beast that carried her, which had 7 heads and 10 horns. All right, and that's talking about NATO and the EU. All right, the woman is America. NATO and the EU, all right, would be the 7 heads and the 10 horns. All right. Go down to verse 9. It says, well, let me read verse 8. It says, the beast that thou sawest and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit, and go into perdition. And they that dwell on earth shall wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, when they behold the beast that was, and is not, and yet is. All right, verse 9 it says, and here is the mind which hath wisdom, the 7 heads, and the 7 heads are 7 mountains on which the woman sitteth. Salakia. Verse 10 it says, and the 7 kings, 5, and there are 7 kings, 5 are fallen, and 1 is, and the other is not yet come. And when he cometh, he must continue a short space. All right, and that's talking about the revival of the Roman Empire. All right, that's why the scriptures say the devil coming down with great wrath, because he knew he had but a short time. All right, because Esau's deadly wound was healed. When the Roman Empire went down, that wound was healed, and it came back into rulership in today's world. All right, this is just a reincarnation of the Roman Empire that we're living in today. All right, verse 11 it says, and the beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th, and is of the 7th, and goeth into perdition, the Roman Empire. All right. Verse 12, it says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. All right. Verse 13, it says, these have one mind, and shall give their strength, and shall give their power and strength unto the beast, talking about these other nations. All right. And verse 14, it says, these shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them, for he is the Lord of lords and King of kings, and they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. All right, so that's talking about when Yahushua returns, all these nations are going to be in World War III fighting. They're going to stop fighting each other, and they're going to turn and try to fight Yahushua, all right? And they're going to all get obliterated, all right? They're not going to get one win in there. They're going to take all L's, all right? All these nations are going to try to fight Yahushua. They're going to team up and try to fight Yahushua and the so-called UFOs, which are the chariots of Yahushua. All right, verse 15. He said, and he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest where the horse sitteth are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. All right, verse 16, it says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. All right, and that's why these other nations are going to shoot their missiles on America. All right, that's why the EU is getting ready to break apart from America. All right. Verse 17, it says, for Yahweh had put in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree, and to give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of Yahweh shall be fulfilled. All right, verse 18, and the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth, America. All right, That's what this is talking about. These other nations, you know what I'm saying, or in subjection to America, because America is in rulership right now. All right, this is spiritual Egypt. All right, spiritual Sodom, spiritual Edom. All right, all of those captivities. You know what I'm saying? All those names and titles, spiritual Edom. All right, all of that. That's why the Most High is going to destroy this place, all right? Because they crossed him out over here, all right? They crossed out Yahweh over here. They made him into a blonde-haired, blue-eyed, stringy-haired devil, all right? So let me see. I got another precept, Salakia. Let's go to Jeremiah 49. All right. So Jeremiah 49:8, it says, "Flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of Dedan, for I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him, the time that I will visit him." The time that I will visit him. All right, let's jump down a little bit. Let's go down to verse 17. It says, "Also Edom shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished, and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof, as in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah, and the neighboring cities thereof, saith the Most High Yahweh. No man shall abide there, neither shall a son of man dwell in it. Behold, he shall come up." Let me see. Behold, he shall come up like a lion from the swelling of Jordan against the inhabitants, against the habitation of the strong. But I will suddenly make him run away from her, and who is a chosen man, that I may appoint over her. For who is like me, and who will appoint me the time? Let me see. And who is the shepherd that will stand before me? All right, verse 20 says, "Therefore hear the counsel of the Most High Yahweh that he had taken against Edom, and his purposes that he had proposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them." All right. And the least of the flock is talking about, you know what I'm saying, them fakes over there in that land right now, Amalek. All right. Verse 21, it says, the earth is moved at the noise of their fall. At the cry, the noise thereof was heard in the Red Sea. Behold, he shall come up and fly as the eagle, and spread his wings over Basra. And at that day shall the heart of the mighty man of Edom be as the heart of a woman in pains. All right. And that's talking about when the chariots, all right, are going to be invading America, all right, in various other places. But primarily destruction is going to take place in America, all right. And America is going to be utterly destroyed, as well as the Holy Land, all right, because it's not holy with them fakes over there, you know what I'm saying, having abominations take place, all right. And he's going to spread his wings over Basra, and he's going to do that through the chariots, all right. The scriptures say he's going to enter into the house of the thief, all right. He's going to burn that ass up, all right. Let's get Malachi chapter 4. Because the ICBMs are going to be used, all right, to utterly destroy America and Israel, as well as the laser beams from the chariots. All right, this is Malachi 4:1. It says, "For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, and all that do wickedly shall be as stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Most High Yahweh of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings, and ye shall go forth and grow up as calves of the stall, all right." So that's letting you know, all right, the elect are gonna get beamed up out of here, and the wicked are gonna get burned up. They're gonna get left right here and get melted, all right. And this is getting ready to take place now, all right. NATO and the EU, you know what I'm saying, they're going to turn their back on America, all right? They're going to leave America naked to stand and fight with Israel, and Israel and America are going to go to war with all these other nations. They're going to, you know what I'm saying, they're going to be over there in the valley of Jehoshaphat, all right? The other nations are going to shoot their nukes over here. America's going to shoot their nukes over there, and in the midst of all of that, the chariots are going to show up, all right, beam up the elect before any of them nukes hit here in America, all right? And then, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be a lake of fire for the wicked. All right, so we'll close out with that. Lord willing, it was edifying. Give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach and where I learn this truth. Shalom.
Yahweh,